Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel, Cooking with me, chefqe. It's soup season, so we are making some delicious loaded baked potato soup. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with everyone you know, and let's cook. Alright guys, I'm going to start by working on my potatoes. I have 6 small russet potatoes here. I already washed them off, and I'm going to peel them, then cut them into some nice sized chunks. Place them in water to prevent browning, and then set them to the side. Alright guys, so now that our potatoes are nicely prepped, we're going to work on our bacon. So I have about 5 strips of bacon here. I'm just going to cut them into small bite-sized pieces and set them to the side. Alright guys, so let's start cooking. So to my pot, I have it over a medium-low heat. I'm going to add in my chopped bacon, and we're going to saute that until it's done. Alright guys, so now that our bacon is done, we're going to remove it from the pot, leave that good fat in there, and then add in 2 to 4 tablespoons of butter. Alright guys, so now that our butter is nice and melted, we're going to add in some minced garlic. I'm going to let that saute for about a good 10 seconds. Then we're going to throw in our chopped yellow onions. We're going to let that saute for about a good 30 seconds. Then we're going to throw in our flour so we can create our roux. Alright guys, so here I am adding in the flour. So originally I started out with 2 tablespoons, but as I was stirring, I was like, nah, sis, you need a little bit more. So I added in a total of 4 tablespoons of flour, and I'm just going to keep stirring that for about a good 2 minutes just to allow that raw flour taste to cook out. Alright guys, so now that our 2 minutes have gone by, I'm going to whisk in 2 cups of cold milk. And you'll see once I add it in, I'm going to start whisking vigorously just to break down those clumps a little. Alright guys, next I'm going to whisk in 3 cups of chicken broth, and then we're going to throw our potatoes right on in. Alright guys, so now that our potatoes are in, we're going to give it a nice good stir. Then we're going to season it generously with whatever seasonings of choice. So I'm using some Morton all-purpose seasoning blend, some salt, and some black pepper. Then we're going to throw the lid on, and I'm going to allow it to simmer for about a good 15 to 20 minutes. Depending on the size of your potatoes, it may take a little less. You'll know when they are done when you stick a fork in it and there is no resistance, or pretty much they break up as soon as you stick that fork in it, okay? Alright guys, so this is 15 minutes later. As you can see, I'm just checking to see if the potatoes are fork tender. It has a little resistance, so I'll let it simmer for about a good 5 additional minutes. Alright guys, so now that 5 minutes have gone by and my potatoes are nice and tender, I'm now going to add in my toppings that I would normally use for my loaded baked potatoes. So I'm going to add in some bacon, some cheese, green onions, and some sour cream. And you can add in as much or as little as you want. If you don't want the sour cream in, you can definitely omit it. Alright guys, so now that we added everything in and adjusted it to our liking, I'm going to pop the lid back on and allow it to simmer for an additional 6 to 8 minutes just to allow it to thicken up a bit. Alright guys, so it's 8 minutes later. As you can see, it's coating the back of the spoon nicely, so that means it is perfectly thickened. So now I'm just going to taste it and adjust the seasoning to my liking, and we're ready to bowl it up. Alright you guys, so we have our soup bowled up nicely, so we're just going to garnish it with some more cheese, bacon, green onions, and a dollop of sour cream. Now you guys have to give this recipe a try. It is super delicious and perfect for this cold weather. Thank y'all so much for watching and coming to cook with me. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think of this recipe, follow me on all my social medias, and I'll see y'all in the next video.